Hello and welcome back to All About Gaming. This is actually episode 20, which is amazing. 20 episodes already. Can't believe it. So good. I don't think I might have missed a week. I don't know. I'm not sure if I've missed a week yet or not. But hey, episode 20. Pleased with that. Right, anyway, let's get on with gaming news and then we can talk about all the other stuff. Right, first up on gaming news today is that Games with Gold, as the games for, next month, April, have been announced. Vikings, Wolves of Asgard, is that truck racing? Actually sure what I have these say. What's that? I need to make the picture bigger. Dark Void and Hard Corps Uprising. I can't say I've heard of any of these games. I've played Vikings, Wolves of Midgard. I said Asgard, but it's actually Midgard. I've played that. It's alright. It's really not that good. I said this alright, I'm totally lying. It's really not that good at all. It's not a very good game. I didn't enjoy it, I have to say. So the Games with Gold lineup is pretty rubbish, if I'm being honest. Not impressed. We don't have the PlayStation Plus lineup for next month yet, so hopefully that's a bit better. Apparently there's rumours of it being Days Gone. However, Days Gone is on the what do you call it? The PS Plus collection, so that seems unlikely that they would add a game that nearly every PlayStation 5 player's already got. So I'm not sure I believe that rumour. Another thing, this is something I mentioned. I'll come back to that in a minute actually, because it's something I want to talk about separately. Gaming news. What else we got? PlayStation. The PlayStation Store for PS3, PS Vita and PSP is closing down. This was a rumour that appeared last week. I think I probably talked about it. It's confirmed now. I got an email from Sony which says that we're closing PlayStation Store and PlayStation 3 on July 2nd, 21. And also the Vita Store, they're closing on August the 22nd, and they're closing the PSP Store on the 2nd of July 2021. So basically what this means is you'll no longer be able to buy games on any of those stores through your device. The PlayStation 4 store, the PlayStation 5 store obviously remain unaffected, and you still will be able to download any games you own from any of those devices. It's probably never going to affect the fact that you can download games that you own. I don't see why it would. Certain people seem to think it will, but I didn't think. I'm pretty sure when we talked about this last week that I said it probably won't affect the games that you own, and it doesn't. So I was right. Ratchet & Clank 2016 will be playable at 60 frames per second in PlayStation 5 after a new update, which is coming next month. This is as part of the Play at Home campaign. You can also download the game now for free, so that's brilliant. So go and do it. EA has announced a new PGA golf game that's coming. I think that's coming this year. Also, and Capcom has said that Monster Hunter Rise has already shipped 4 million copies during its opening weekend. Monster Hunter World managed to ship 5 million at launch. However, that was released on PS4 and Xbox, while this one is just released on Switch. A Ghost of Tsushima film is officially in the works from Sony Pictures, and it's being directed by John Wick director Chad Stahelski. Hope I said that right. Returnal, which is coming out next month, I believe, has gone gold, so that's not going to be delayed. That's coming as an exclusive to PlayStation 5, so you're going to get to play one at last. And I think soon after that we've got Ratchet & Clank as well, so we're finally getting some games, which I'm very excited about. A new Spider-Man suit, which is the advanced tech suit, is being released for Miles Morales, and also, thanks to an update, some realistic muscle deformation will be available in selected suits on PlayStation 5 as well. Right, okay. Xbox has announced 2 new controllers, Electric Volt and Red Camel one. I can't remember the official name of the Camel one, but it's got Red Camel as far as I know. And finally, the gaming charts. For this week, Monster Hunter is unsurprisingly number 1. Super Mario 3D All-Stars shot up by about I think it was 245% in sales, and that managed to get to number 2. Animal Crossing New Horizons, number 3. Super Mario 3D World's number 4. Minecraft Dungeons is number 5. Minecraft Switch, number 6. Then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, number 7. FIFA 21, number 8. Luigi's Mansion, number 9. Super Mario Odyssey. No, it's not the Switch charts, it's the actual charts, but you would think it was the Switch charts because it's all bloody Switch games. So there you go. That tells you what you need to know about the physical charts at the moment. It's dominated by Nintendo Switch. What else we got here? Right, Mass Effect. Is the Mass Effect, The Witcher, and Life is Strange, and what was the other game I'm thinking of? I don't know. There's another one. Anyway, those 3 games, and there's another one that is completely left my head, are all being remastered and coming soon. So there you go. It's going to be a year of remasters. If you look at all the big releases coming this year, most of them are remasters, which is a bit depressing, really, isn't it? But I suppose that's the way it goes. That's the way this year's going to be. A lot of the big games have actually been delayed. So that's a bit sad, isn't it, really? But I guess that's just the way it's going to be this year. I think we're just not going to get many big games. Luckily, Returnals went gold. Ratchet & Clank is probably definitely coming. And I'm not really sure. I think we've got Biomutant. I think that's been confirmed as coming. Other than that, it's pretty quiet. So, I mean, that's pretty much a shame, really, isn't it? Now, anyway, that's the game news out the way. I've done a poll, which I wanted to just briefly talk about. So, let me just find that. Okay, so the topic of this week was just to ask people really what type of game that they prefer to play. 100-hour game, a 20-hour game, or a game which is kind of linear and lasts you maybe 5 to 10 hours. Now, me personally, I prefer games that last about 5 to 10 hours. Uncharted, I know Last of Us Part 2 lasted a bit longer, but games like that, games which sort of grab you, drag you through, have a big sort of action sequences and things like that, and also a really good immersive story which really drags you in and starts at the beginning, doesn't stop to the end. That's my type of game. Those usually last 5-10 hours. It's games I enjoy. It's probably why I've not been playing any games that I can speak of recently, because those are the games that I like. Movie like games, I guess you could call them, but also good action adventure things. Also a fan of games like Skyrim. I really like Skyrim. I really enjoyed Cyberpunk, so I can get a bit diverse when it comes to games. I don't really like Japanese style games. The style, the storytelling, the way it's done, it's not really for me. There's not many of those games I've really enjoyed over the years, and they're usually really long as well and dragged out, which kind of bores me a bit. I like sports games, so I do like my repetitive games now and again. But I think if I could only choose one type, it would be the Uncharted of this world, and the more immersive games. And if I had one more choice, it would be like Skyrim, because I just love fantasy games, so Skyrim, Witcher, sort of thing. But in general, I'd choose 5 to 10 hour games. Now, we've had quite a few votes, and surprisingly, it's pretty even. Now, out of the votes, 33% said that they like games which are 5 to 10 hours. 37%, which is the most, like open world games for up to 20 hours. And finally, sorry, dog's putting me off. Finally, we had 30% of the votes saying that they like 20 to 100 hours. Okay, I need to stop this. Okay, back quiet for now. Got a little bit barky there. Yeah, so it seems the majority of people like games that last up to about 20 hours, which I guess is fine, isn't it? That gives you good value for money. It's decent value for money. And the games can tell good storytelling in that time and be quite enjoyable. So I think that's a decent... I'd kind of agree with that. I don't mind that. Games up to 20 hours, yeah, that's fine. I think the problem I've got when they get over that Assassin's Creed series world and stuff is that they get very, very repetitive. You go on a mission, and then you go on another mission that's almost like a reskinned version of the last mission, especially in things like Assassin's Creed where you're raiding the monasteries and stuff. It just feels like the same place. It feels so repetitive. So when it comes to things like Assassin's Creed, yeah, I like it, but I do get bored of it really fast. And there's probably quite a lot of other games like that as well. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say about that. If you've got any thoughts on that, then make sure you leave a comment and we'll talk about it. Now remember, you can't get all the episodes on Podbean. I've had to delete some because there's always so much space. But you've got all the latest episodes, and if you want to hear every single episode, you can catch them over on YouTube. And that's it, because I've not been playing anything. I tried, I think I tried, what is it? I tried to play something this weekend. What was it? I can't remember. I think I tried, but I just never got round to it. I ended up doing something else instead. I've just been so busy recently. And that's another thing I'd like to know in the comments. If you've been trying to play games, but you've just not had time, you want to, a bit like me, but you just can't. There's just so many sometimes that you just can't decide what one to play. I find that with Game Pass, there's just so many games on there, and I look at them all, and not one of them stands out for me, so I end up playing none of them. So it'd be quite interesting. Put in the comments if you've not been playing anything, and if you haven't, why not? Is it because you're finding it hard to choose something at the moment because there's not much really new about, or is it just you don't have the time, or that you just can't decide what to play? Whatever. Leave that in the comments. Like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.